of Candlestick. Santa Clara. He's in week 16, and we've Rams and the San Francisco.
I'm videoing it
The
outside
holiday
right now.
season is upon us. 16. This will be taken in at the 1.
Bro.
Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Good shit, Gino. Ah, motherfucker.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson.
Thank you.
Good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niners first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Allen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's got Buck Allen. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as ends because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there.
What is he doing? Just get out and catch the ball.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd
God.
down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they will finally stop him, but a great return.
Oh, my God, bro.
All the way down to the 16-yard line.
I got it tucked. Why is it normal tackle?
Something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Cousins. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Geno Atkins, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
They'll run with Crowell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. Down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
I don't understand.
He goes down just inside.
I just ran the ball 6 times in a row, but when I run a play action, they still know.
Sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 50. You.
On the run, it's Crowell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3rd and long for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Myles Garrett with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22 and a half. Congratulations. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it.
Oh, come on, bro.
He's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the number 1 spot.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones.
Who's that? Oh, what's up, Trent?
On that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Me and CJ play tomorrow. I'm playing the computer right now. I just can't.
25 yards on 3rd down. They'll take it. This
I just haven't figured out how to score.
Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota.
Come on. Why do you aggressive catch it?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So 3rd down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now the Rams will signal for a
Yo,
timeout
come
in their
on.
second. As they'll stop with just over 40 seconds to go in the first
15,
half.
16 actually.
A first down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Cousins now. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
Yo, what?
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe for the run. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Okay, well, something for the halftime.
Geno Atkins has 22 sacks. Miles Garrett has 23.
Let me spit this out. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Yeah.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the
Geno was a steal.
22-yard line.
I got him in the 7th round. Yeah.
Here comes the
He's old.
49ers offensive
He's old.
unit.
People are going for like
First to begin this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
like
I like
30.
the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if
9
they
and
do
5.
just that. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
No, he's 11 and 3.
Yeah.
You're 11 and 3, right?
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now,
throw it away.
Mariota under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard
Yeah.
line.
My tackles
Different
fucking
story this
suck,
time
dude.
around. We have that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
They do.
Mariota
You mean X Factors?
flush to his right, and an alley to run. And give him 10 that
That's what I
time
was
as he
thinking, too.
able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Pilot 64, weak. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check, 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 check. Three.
Mariota now. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jermaine Kearse, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing.
CJ, you done?
Because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't
When
quite
the
finish
first
it
quarter
off.
down
This
one.
time, they broke through, and that's great.
Ooh, down one?
And on the sideline, difference
they
between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times
Go ahead, take that L, boy.
The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing in on second down. Cousins.
Watch that hit, boy.
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what I would like to see.
It's in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Oh, Kelsey.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
That's a pick.
Can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
We're into the
Man, I just smacked that
This is an
one.
offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Josh Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With two guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Without a doubt, the will as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. At the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Richard.
Oh, hell of a play.
No room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Cousins from the gun on third.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way
Come on,
to create
blow
that
him
type
up.
of yardage in your running game.
No!
That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. He's still fighting forward. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Yo, my linebacker.
First down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now,
go take that.
Down throw
that's 6 points.
And incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso.
Good shit, Alonso.
This defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. To the air again, Mariota. Airing one deep for Curse. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will
come on, what is y'all?
But he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
These random ass.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary.
Wow.
Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
55 mark out with the exit. Come for the sun.
3rd and goal. Mariota. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Cousins to throw it. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Cousins on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this with 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. He told me,
that's what I'm talking about.
And taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing, and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited.
Welcome back, Trent.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Shit, my shit doo-doo.
He says, nunca waka.
Mariota here to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One more.
Solomon Thomas.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To try again after the sack. Mariota eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Mariota. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cameron Wade
I'm
make
going
that
for it.
now
I need
8
a
sacks
touchdown.
for him on the season. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Mariota on 4th down. Going for it all.
Damn.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Niners go
Did
for
you
it,
win?
but it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on down. Now Cousins. Complete. The tight
Oh
end,
my
Kelsey.
God. User hit
Now we'll
stick.
get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage
I'm taking
anyway
that.
with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Cousins.
I'm taking that.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great...
Oh. Myles Garrett.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Is this year 2?
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and
So
soul
we
in
getting it out the way tonight? If we advance?
They just advanced, bro. This is gonna be a minute.
We'll see.
But I mean, if they do advance it tonight. Oh man, Jermaine Curse, 6 weeks.
Who, yo dude?
Jermaine, I got Le'Veon Bell out for 5 weeks with a torn bicep. I got Jermaine Curse out 5 weeks with a torn shoulder. How you tear your arms?
Damn, you blew their ass out, didn't you?
23-3. Bro, Aubrey team dope. I don't care what nobody say.
The
The
Falcons team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers dope. I had to cheat. Are they advancing right now?
Mm-mm.